Hey everybody, Joy here. It's Wednesday already. Wednesday. Weren't we just at Tammy's and it was Friday? I can't believe how fast the days go by. It is April 21, 2020. And let me first say thank you all. You're so sweet, so precious, so loving, for all of your comments when I decided I can't do the devotionals every day. I may do one once in a while. I may have an easy day with nothing to do. And I don't have to go out and learn how an RV works. And maybe we can still do them on Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. If I do one, you'll know it. So thank you for all your precious comments. Let me take a sippa and I'll tell you what I'm here to tell you about. I don't burn myself. This is brand spanking new. And it's wonderful. I set myself up a little side table. So, what day was it? The 12th, maybe? I just looked it up, but I already forgot. It was a couple Fridays ago. Maybe it was the 9th even of April, when we went to meet our friends near the Be So Inn in Oklahoma City, way south Oklahoma City. They were there because they were going to all 5 locations for the trip, the shop hop thing for all 5 locations. We were just going up there, number 1, to meet them, and number 2, because I had a gift card to Be So Inn. So I got to be in the drawing for just that Be So Inn, so maybe I'll still win something. You never know. Well, I've forgotten the exact moment-by-moment play now. It's been so long. All 4 of us left the hotel and went to Be So Inn. Jim and Deb both went in because they both were getting tickets signed for the shop hop. So they had 2 chances for the shop hop prizes, okay? Jerry came with me just because he was with Jim. And he and Jim were taking our car and going to go run around. And Deb and I were staying in her car and we were going to go run around. Okay, so the guys left. We're there by ourselves. Deb goes to talk to somebody about buying a cutting table. Really, really nice cutting table. So she went to do that. So I'm there and I've got my $100 gift card and I'm just wandering around thinking, what should I do? What should I buy? What should I do? And you do know I love Be So Inn, right? Be So Inn has the most wonderful, wonderful manager. Her name is Jan. I just love that girl. I had gone to another company store for years and years and years and years, and I was actually told by the owner. He came out and told me in person to my face, none of my employees want to wait on you. I thought, fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. So I started going to Be So Inn and I started buying baby locks. And so the employees down there are completely, totally different. I walk in that store and they'll come up and hug me. I walked in that store last week. I think it was last week or the week before, whenever that was. I had a mask on. Jan, the manager, had a mask on, so all you could see was our eyes. I walked in the front door and she noticed me by my eyes. I mean, that's what good service they have there. I had a mask on. She said, oh, Joy, and we ran up to each other and hugged each other like we were mother and daughter. I just feel at home. I feel like I could take a sewing machine and set it up there and I could just sew if I wanted to. They are so, so friendly and nice and not at all pushy, not, oh, you should buy this and oh, you should buy that. She didn't try to sell me anything. She's usually so busy she can't even turn around. So, hold on a second, I need a sipper. So I know that they sell used machines because people trade in their machines to buy a better machine. See, that's what I've done ever since I've gotten into this hobby. And I'll trade in one and get a better one. So, I haven't traded in all of them though, obviously. So, Jan got free and she and I were talking to each other. And I said, let me see your used machines. Because I was thinking of setting up my sewing room at Tammy's, right? And I thought, you know, I've got everything all set up here at this house and I like where everything is and I don't really want to start moving machines away from here. So I thought, oh, I'll just buy some used machine and not pay very much for it. So she took me back to the corner of the store where they had the used machines. Well, they had some really old ones. I don't know, even maybe there was a Janome maybe a really old Bernina. I'm not sure if they even had a Bernina. Maybe some embroidery machines, which I didn't need. And I just thought, okay, I'm not interested in any of these. I said I was really wanting a Bernina. She said, oh, Joy, some lady just traded one in yesterday. Yesterday! Does God go before me? Oh my goodness. So I said, well, where's that machine? She said, well, it's in the back because we service them all before we put them out here to sell them. And so it's in the back. I said, well, can I see it? So she took me back, in the back, where nobody's allowed to go, employees only. And we found the machine. And she pulled it off the shelf and turned it around so I could see it. Somebody had just traded in a brand spanking new, it appears, 540. Now my machines, I have two 740s, and this is a 540. And I thought, well, won't the 5s come before the 7s? But for some reason, I think the 5s are newer than the 7s. But I'm not sure. Y'all can tell me. So, this machine was sitting back there waiting to be serviced. Not that there was anything wrong with it. They just wanted to make sure everything worked and it was in perfect condition before they put it out on the used table, right? So, I said, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That is wonderful. I did not realize that it has an embroidery module. I didn't get the embroidery module, but it has an embroidery module. So evidently it's an embroidery machine as well. But anyway, I looked at it and I asked her how much it was. And she told me, which was like half of what it is new. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was like half of what new retail is, and they never sell anything for the whole price, you know. So anyway, I thought, oh, it's wonderful, it's awesome. I said, Jan, I just love it, but I can't buy it without Jerry's permission. She said, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, yeah. I said, he'll probably let me have it, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to buy a big purchase and not even tell him about it. So, oh my gosh, I got to find my video. The next morning, I told her, I said, if I can get it, that was Friday, I said, if I can get it, we'll come back before we leave town tomorrow, and I'll get it. And she was like, yeah, sure, I'll never see you again. No, she didn't say that, and she didn't think that, but I did. I thought, oh, she thinks I'll never be back. So, we left. Deb and I ran around all day shopping and had a total blast. Then we all ate somewhere that night. Well, the next morning, we said our goodbyes to them. They were heading to the next location in Tulsa of Be So In, and Jerry and I were getting ready to come back home. And so I asked him, and he absolutely blew me over with his response. And I said, oh my goodness, will you please say that again so I can video it and show it to my friends? And so he did. So I'll show you right here. Okay, how nice was that? So, we packed up all our stuff, put everything in the car, and it was just a mile away. We drove back to Be So In, and lo and behold what I came home with. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. So I didn't even tell you the right number. This is it. It's not a 540, it's a step up from that, and it's a 570 Quilter's Edition. Quilter's Edition only means there's more stitches in it that a quilter could use. Okay, so it's got lots of stitches. Here's a book on Bernina accessories. Here's my Be So In folder. They did not service it. I was going to leave it there, and she said, Joy, why don't you just take it home? We can service it when you come back. So, as you can see, it's in its case. I have not unzipped it, taken anything out of it since I brought it home, which was like, what, 2 weeks ago? Maybe 3 by now. The 9th. The 10th. The days go by so fast. The best thing is that case. I have a case for my baby locks, but in my opinion, this one is much sturdier and better made. It's really pretty. It's got all that embroidery on it. It's got a pocket there. It's got a pocket there. It's got a pocket there. It's got wheels back here and this little handle that can go up and down. Look at that. Is that just nice or what? And that was an extra, I'm sure, that came with them. And you won't believe what else came with this machine. Are you ready for me to show you? So, remember, always go into your dealer and ask them if they have any used machines. Have them put you on a list and tell them, if such and such comes in as a trade-in, call me, call me, call me. You save a fortune buying a used machine like you do when you buy a used RV or a used car. I bought one on eBay years ago, my 740, I have two of them, my second 740. It had 12 hours on it. 12 hours. I mean, it can have that much on it, being, or more, used as a demo in the store. So I always ask about the used machines, and you know the quality of Bernina's. Let me take a sip and I'll show you what's in my case. I can't even remember myself. Turn you around. Let's see what's in here. What's in here is some kind of a guide and 3-sole walking foot. Do you know how much a walking foot is? Walking foot came with it. A walking foot is $100 at least. It's actually, hello, the walking foot is $176. This was purchased at Bernina in Oklahoma City, actually. They hate they didn't get this back. $176. This was in the case. I don't know that Fee Owen even knows that was in the case. Okay, let's see what's over here. All right, here's another one. This little number is $800. $800 for this. This is the BSR, the Bernina Stitch Regulator. This sells for $800. I know because I bought one before for my 740. I just couldn't believe it. They brought the case in, and only the sewing machine itself was out of the case. All these things were in the case. I don't think they even knew they were in it. What a deal, what a steal. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. All right, did we look over here? I think we looked over here. Didn't we just look at that? No, this is the foot. That's the foot. Okay, let's open up the big part and see what's in it. Okay, here is a pad. We're not sure where the pad goes. And then we've got a cord in here, and we've got nothing in here, and here's a zipper, and here's a zipper. This is just a wonderful case. It's very strong, very padded. So, are you ready, Freddie? Pad. There we go. Let me not hurt myself. Let me put it up here for a good view. What's this? Well, this is another little doohickey that goes with it. I don't know what they paid for this, but it's some kind of a thing to mark your seam when you're sewing. It has the table that you use when you're not using the long arm. It's in absolutely perfect, total, new condition. This has no scratches, no scars, no dirt, no anything. And mind you, they haven't even serviced it yet. So here she is, my friends. And unbeknownst to me, you can get an embroidery module for it. Now let me show you the fun thing. You know, I have a lot of Berninas, but I don't have a Bernina like this. This is a cool invention. Look here on the back. Look how the case that you put your feet and your stuff in, look how it fits. Can you see how it fits into the machine right there? Let me see if I can get it out. Ah, look at that! Look at that! See the shape of it? And so it's magnetic, I think. Yeah, it's magnetic, and it just fits right there. Ta-da! I did go in that next morning, and I did ask him to set it up, and I sewed on it and made sure all the functions work. Look at all the feet I got with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 feet. I got 10 bobbins. Ah! What a deal, what a deal. I think the woman never used it. They told me she was afraid of it and she didn't know how to use the computer. And so she actually traded down. She bought a lesser machine that didn't have all the bells and whistles. So she didn't know that it was there for me. It was there for me is what it was there for. So this is miracle number 2 I told you I was going to tell you about. That happened on that trip. So I'm just so excited. Is this the one I'm going to take to Tammy's? No. Look at that, stays down. Ah! How awesome. This is not the one I'm going to take to Tammy's. Too many bells and whistles, and there's grandbabies that come there. And so this is going to stay here, and I'm going to take my 1130, and I'm going to take my 930, my first 2 machines from way back. One of those will go in my RV, and one of those will go at Tammy's house. And then this will sit up there in place of those 2 machines here at this house. Okay? So it's a 570, my friends. Always ask about used machines when you're looking for a really nice sewing machine, because I saved a whole bunch of money. All right, dear ones, I'm going to let you go for now, but I'll be back soon.